huge congratulations on your graduation. You should be really proud of yourselves. We're really proud of you.
I'm sending my warmest congratulations to everybody who has graduated in 2020 and in 2021.
Very many congratulations to the class of 2020 and 2021. Well done for all your fantastic achievements.
Well done to the class of 2020 and class of 2021 on everything you've achieved over the last 4 years. We're really proud of you.
Good luck for the future.
Congratulations!
We in the Alexander Technique team, that's me, Pete, Malcolm, Sue and of course Rodney, would like to congratulate you all on your graduation and wish you all the best for a healthy, successful, happy career.
Congratulations to all students in School of Keyboard Studies.
What a proud achievement, fantastic, bravo and well done.
All that hard work and effort really paid off, and in terrible times you proved that there was a positive message out there.
Yeah, we hope you have a terrific day, have a great fun celebrating, and thanks for being with us.
Congratulations, class of 2020 and 2021. Good luck for the future. Well done. Don't forget to tag us on socials.
Hello, John Habron here. Just a quick word to say many congratulations to all of you on graduating today. It's a wonderful achievement, no matter what level you're at, no matter what you're going on to next. You should be very proud of yourselves, especially having come through a very difficult and challenging time for us all. I hope you have a wonderful time on the day with your friends and families, and I hope to see you at some point. Enjoy the celebrations and good luck.
I just want to take this opportunity to say congratulations to everyone who's graduating today. What a fantastic achievement. It's been such a difficult year for you all, but you've all done really well to come through it, and congratulations. Enjoy your graduation day.
Dear SWBP classes of 2020 and 2021, I wanted to send you my warmest congratulations on your graduation from RNCN today, and huge thanks for the contributions that you made to the School of Wind, Brass and Percussion during your time at the college. As you receive your awards today, you can be extremely proud, and there can be no more applause than you deserve. The adaptability, creativity, flexibility and resilience you've shown in achieving success while studying in the grip of the global pandemic is nothing short of magnificent. And I have no doubt that the qualities that you've shown throughout will guarantee success in your professional careers.
Congratulations and well done.
Greetings, Pop School Earthlings. It's so good to be back in the pop room at the college after a dreadful 2 years. And I want to send my huge congratulations to each and every one of you on your amazing achievements. Have a wonderful graduation ceremony and go follow your dreams, and I hope to see you in the bar.
Congratulations, class of 2020 and 2021.
Hello, I just wanted to say congratulations to our classes of 2020 and 2021. Well done, everyone.
Hi everyone, Andy Scott here. Congratulations. Fully deserved. Have a brilliant day.
Hi from the catering team. We just want to say congratulations on graduating. It's so wonderful to see you all back in the building. We've really missed you. You've had a very difficult 18 months. We're so proud of you. So we hope that you have a fantastic congregation next week, and congratulations!
Damn, you're all incredible. Congratulations on your graduation.
Congratulations to all students of 2020 and 21. Not only did you get through the pandemic and very tough times, but you graduated and you've got qualifications. How marvellous is that? Thanks especially to my students who got me through tough times as well. And I think our Zoom Giulio Cesare will never ever leave me. So thank you all. Go on, do wonderful things. Bye.
Congratulations on your graduation. What you've achieved is phenomenal. Never forget how amazing you are. Bye-bye. Keep in touch. Take care.
For the class of 2020.
My name's Stuart Sefton. I'm currently the head of registry here at the college. A few years ago, at the Oscars, someone took a massive selfie. My colleagues in marketing have volunteered me to do the same thing today. I borrowed a selfie stick from my daughter. I know, don't look old enough to have a daughter. I've had some lessons on it. I'll have a couple of goes, but please wave your arms in the air, wave your hats in the air, make sure they go back on straight. If you don't want to be on the photograph, hide. Cover your face with your programme, or if you email marketing@rncm.ac.uk, let them know your seat number and they'll do some magic. Okay, let's have a go. I'll give you a countdown. You ready? One, two, three. Let's have another go. One, two, three. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand for the President's procession.
Thank you again for that wonderful fanfare. This is always one of the very special events in the college's year, and it probably goes without saying that it's even more special this year as I welcome you in 2021 to the 2020 convocation. It's been a long journey to get here, and I salute the tenacity and perseverance and patience and skill with which all of you have navigated this very difficult time. It's a time to celebrate all of that and to celebrate your wonderful success that you heard about in the video. So thank you very much indeed for your dedication. And while I'm standing here, I should also, I think in this particular circumstance, thank the people who've managed to make this event happen, and in such a wonderful way. So, Stuart, Simon, Sonia, thank you very much indeed for all the work that you've done to put this event together. So I now declare this congregation open.
Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's Congregation of Awards. Our annual congregation is where we celebrate the achievement of our students and thank them for the contribution they've made to the college. It's our opportunity to thank you, their parents, families and friends for the support you have given over so many years, and also an opportunity for me to pay tribute to my colleagues here at the RNCM who work so tirelessly on behalf of our students. Each year, we are delighted to be able to confer associateship, fellowship and honorary membership of the RNCM on individuals who have made an invaluable contribution to the professional world of music and to the work of the college. It is a pleasure and privilege to recognise the work of such individuals today, and we look forward to hearing more about their achievements in due course. Much more rarely, we have the honour of conferring companionship of the RNCM on someone who has made an outstanding and enduring contribution to the college. It is a huge privilege today to be able to confer companionship on our former chairman, Nick Pretzell. Today, however, is first and foremost about our graduates. For those of you receiving your awards, you should be incredibly proud to have excelled in your studies against the backdrop of a global pandemic, which has had such a significant and lasting impact on all of our lives. Studying music at a world-leading conservatoire like the RNCM demands not only exceptional talent and dedication, but also the resilience and creativity to be able to seize new challenges. You have all shown these qualities throughout your time with us, as the pandemic has forced us to adapt to uncertain and completely unprecedented circumstances and to work in new and unfamiliar ways. Your commitment to your studies and to embracing radically different approaches to create, capture and share your work in the virtual world does you enormous credit. As we embark upon the new normal and you enter a global music industry that is itself coming to terms with the longer-term impact of the pandemic, this is something that I know will stand you in good stead. I'm very proud indeed that the RNCM today is recognised as one of the world's leading and most progressive conservatoires and is delivering on its strategy to define the future of music. It is you, our graduates, who will drive this agenda forward as you embark upon your careers. You will be the catalyst for positive change in our profession and in society by ensuring that music remains accessible and relevant to people of all ages and backgrounds in the years to come. Where you study remains on your CV for life, and I hope that you will be proud to be graduates of the RNCM. I'm confident that all of you graduating today will benefit from the esteem within which the college is held in the UK and overseas, and that this will put you in the strongest possible position for your future careers. In an increasingly challenging and diverse profession, one of the strongest indicators of our success is that graduates from the college go on to establish and sustain fulfilling careers across the global music industry and to make a significant difference to the lives and well-being of others in society. I'm confident that those of you graduating today will follow in their footsteps. You are about to join our global network of alumni, and wherever your careers may take you, you will find friends and allies who studied here. When I speak to former students, it's obvious to me that the college occupies a very special place in their hearts. I hope it will in yours too. You leave the RNCM with a power not only to realise your dreams, but also to ensure that music is truly for everyone. I know you will use this power wisely, supporting and inspiring young musicians who are no longer able to access high-quality music tuition in their schools, drawing on your creativity and imagination to engage with new audiences, and reaching out through music to transform the lives of those less fortunate than yourselves. The RNCM is setting out an ambitious agenda to define excellence in music education and shape the future of music industry. I have every confidence that with our highly talented students, staff, alumni and partners, we will achieve this goal. To conclude, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all of you receiving your awards today. To our new companion and honorands, I welcome you warmly into the extended RNCM family. To our graduates, as alumni of the RNCM, you will always be very welcome here. Do please keep in touch with our alumni team. They will love to hear from you, to share and celebrate your news with our wider RNCM community, to support you in developing your professional connections and networks, and to champion you and your careers in any way possible. It has been a pleasure and a privilege to work with you in your time at the RNCM. As you take your next steps in the music profession, wherever in the world this may be, we will be following your progress with much interest and wishing you every success and happiness into the future. Thank you. Mr. President, Board Member Felicity Goody was to have had the honour of presenting Nick Pretzell for companionship of the RNCM. Unfortunately, she is unable to be with us today, so has asked me to read her citation in her place. Nicholas Pretzell is the chairman of TSB and the chairman of REACH, formerly Trinity Mirror Group. Indeed, the list of companies he has chaired or been a board member of reads like a roll call of the UK financial services industry. Scottish Widows, Lloyds, HBOS, Bank of Scotland, St Andrews Insurance, I could go on. He is, as The Guardian put it, a city grandee who advised Chancellor George Osborne on the restructuring of banking regulation. But that is not the Nick anyone in this college would recognise. During his long tenure as chairman here, there was never any mention of his banking and business activities. He was far more likely to be talking about the latest piece of new music he had just discovered, enthusing about one of our young musicians, or simply listening before offering a few well-chosen words of valuable advice, but only when asked. The clue to Nick's passion might be in the backdrop to his Zoom calls. While most people have been scrabbling around to find suitably impressive shelves of books to display behind them, Nick has what we at all first thought was some clever wallpaper with music manuscript displayed across it. Where could we get some? A few colleagues asked. The answer is you can't. It's not wallpaper, but a specially composed piece of music by Harrison Birtwistle, one of a series of duets for the London Sinfonietta written for Nick's 50th birthday and premiered in his sitting room with his daughters sitting at the great man's feet. That is the result, not of power and influence, but of friendship and recognition of a man who is passionate and highly knowledgeable about music. Nick has no background or formal training in music. Indeed, his father positively discouraged him from taking an interest in music. His father had an unhappy childhood being dragged around the theatres of the country in the 1920s by Nick's grandmother, a singer with the D'Oyly Cart Opera Company. We understand that Nick has been known to sing the old Gilbert and Sullivan, but we are yet to witness it. Nick's love of music and his entire initial music education came from listening to BBC Radio 3 and then the weekly Radio 4 concert as a teenager. He tuned in one night to Mahler's Sixth Symphony and then to the Saturday morning record review. This fired his imagination, and not content with just listening, he was soon studying and learning as much as he could about what he was hearing. Nick became increasingly knowledgeable on a wide range of genres, but with a special focus on recent and new composition. He became chairman of the Britten Peers Foundation. He is a director of Opera Ventures, and after a particularly bad day at the office when still chief executive at Lloyds, he got a phone call to ask if he would like to join the board of the Royal Opera House. He says it cheered him up no end, almost as good as being asked to be chairman of the RNCM. Nick is an exceptionally composed and quiet person, but the one thing which really winds him up, he says, is the condescension of those in London towards the college when they actually know little or nothing about us. He was determined to put that right, and he has done a great deal towards winning the RNCM the recognition in national circles which was long overdue. He has spent an enormous amount of time at the college, often just sitting in on student lessons and performances, becoming a familiar and very welcome presence among students and staff. Nick's listening abilities are one of his huge strengths. Like many successful business people in London, he is the member of a club, but his club is unusual. Nick joined the House of St Barnabas in Soho, a club where all the profits go to alleviating homelessness, where they have a training academy to help people into employment, and where he himself has trained as a mentor. He was paired with a former prisoner who had spent 25 years in an American jail before being deported back to this country with nothing. That was how Nick met Prisoners Abroad, a charity which helps people who have taken a wrong turn in life, been arrested and jailed overseas, often in pretty dreadful circumstances, and then deported back to Britain to a life on the streets with no support from the state. Nick is now chairman of Prisoners Abroad. Many of the people Nick helps have been jailed for murder, violence, or drug running. You cannot be judgmental, he says. They are human beings in need of help. Nick Pretzell has been an outstanding chairman and advocate of the RNCM for the past 9 years. Apart from the joy of seeing RNCM students and alumni performing and succeeding in so many ways, what he says has also excited him most was being invited to sing on stage with our presidents, Sir Willard White and Sir John Tomlinson, and being mentioned alongside Sir Mark Elder. Mr. President, Nick Pretzell has been and remains a passionate, knowledgeable and highly effective champion of this college who has steered us through some challenging times and leaves us stronger by far than when he was appointed. As Principal of the RNCM, I would like to endorse all that Felicity has written. It has been an enormous privilege for me to work alongside Nick during his time as our chair. I will be forever grateful for his passion and commitment to this college and for his wise words and support, all of which have played such a significant part in the success of the institution and our students and graduates over the last 9 years. Mr. President, it is with great pleasure that I present Nick Pretzell for companionship of the RNCM, honoris causa. President, on behalf of the College, I now invite presentations of musicians who have been found worthy to be admitted as Fellows of this College.
I have the honour to present Dame Anne Murray for admission to Fellowship of the Royal Northern College of Music. I am delighted to present Irish mezzo-soprano Anne Murray, whose career spans several decades at the highest international level, performing in the world's greatest opera houses and with the world's most prestigious orchestras. Anne has already been recognised for her contribution to her profession and was made an Honorary Dame of the British Empire in 2002 and an Honorary Doctor of Music at the University of Ireland. She received the Order of Merit from the State of Bavaria and has been made an Honorary Fellow of the Royal Academy of Music and was appointed Kammersänger of Munich State Opera. Anne was born in Dublin and began singing at a very early age. Her first singing lessons were with Nancy Calthorpe, and she later successfully won a scholarship to study here at the Royal Manchester College of Music with Mr. Frederick Cox and Sylvia Jacobs. Whilst a student, she sang, amongst other roles, Dorabella in Così fan tutte, Cherubino in The Marriage of Figaro, and the Angel in The Dream of Gerontius. After leaving Manchester, Anne moved to the Opera Centre in London, and during her 2 years there met Robert Rattray, who became her agent for her entire career, spanning more than 4 decades. She made her professional debut with Scottish Opera in 1974, singing the title role in Gluck's opera Alceste. Her Royal Opera House debut came in 1976 with Cherubino, and she went on there to sing the roles of Dorabella, Despina, Donna Elvira, Rosina, the Child in L'Enfant et les Sortilèges, Octavian in Rosenkavalier, and componist in Ariadne auf Naxos, the Witch in Hansel and Gretel, Marcellina, Alcina, Giulio Cesare, and roles in Idomeneo and Mitridate. All of these roles she has sung all over the world. Her work with the English National Opera included the title role in Nicholas Hytner's production of Xerxes, and also Ariodante and Maria Stuarda. I give myself the liberty to read just one crit from all the many thousands of positive crits she has had over her career. This was written by Fiona Maddox in The Observer in April 2016. Just as deep melancholy and a recollection of what Yeats called a terrible beauty threatened to overwhelm us all, Anne Murray leapt in with a dazzle of patter-song doggerel. The traditional fill the fluter's ball with the toot of the flute and the twiddle on the fiddle-o, hopping in the middle like a herring on a griddle-o, brought the house down. Murray was then presented by Daniel Mullall, the Irish ambassador, and John Gilhooly with the Wigmore Medal. She deserved it for that performance alone, delivered with that finger-pointing, gossipy aplomb of one who might have propped up a Dublin bar all her life, which, luckily for us, she has so far decided against that part, preferring a world-class operatic oratorio and leader career which continues after some 4 decades, busy as ever. When asked who had influenced her, she replied, "Oh, everyone with whom I've worked. Perhaps I've been especially influenced by Raymond Lepard, Gerald Moore, Riccardo Muti, Nicholas Harnoncourt, Jean-Pierre Ponel, and Nicholas Hytner. Of my peers, I'm especially grateful to Graham Johnson, Malcolm Martineau, and the extraordinary Edita Gruberova for their musician, genius, and generosity." Anne has now been teaching for several years, and we were delighted and honoured that she agreed to become our new International Chair of Singing from September of this year. This involves making several visits every year to work with our young singers in workshops and one-to-one coachings. Anne is a simply exceptional teacher. She inspires and challenges our students and brings to her teaching not only the immense experience of a long and hugely successful career, but also a generosity and energy which gives our students an indication of the commitment and endeavour needed to be successful. She's extremely modest and good fun, and we are enormously lucky and grateful to have an artist of her calibre involved here. When I mentioned to Sir John that Miss Murray had agreed to be our next International Chair of Singing, he said, and I quote, "Oh, excellent, very good news. She is top quality." I have the delightful honour to present Miss Anne Murray, Honorary Dame of the British Empire, holder of the Bavarian Order of Merit, Munich State Opera Kammersänger, and top quality for Fellowship of the Royal Northern College of Music, honoris causa. Thank you very much.
President, I have the honour to present Graham Goldman for admission to Fellowship of the Royal Northern College of Music. Graham Goldman was born just down the road in Broughton and is one of Manchester's and the world's most successful and influential songwriters. He was encouraged from an early age by his parents, Betty and Jaime, to develop his musical talents, and at the age of 11 was given his first guitar. A few years later, he was playing with local Manchester bands, and at the age of 19 formed the Mockingbirds. This was just the beginning. Working by day in a men's outfitter's shop and playing by night with his semi-professional band, Graham went on to write a string of hit songs, including Pamela for Wayne Fontana, Evil-Hearted You and Heartful of Soul for the Yardbirds, Bus Stop and Look Through Any Window for the Hollies, No Milk Today and Listen People for Herman's Hermits, and Tallyman for Jeff Beck. His reputation as a hit songwriter attracted the attention of US pop producers Jerry Kasanetz and Jeffrey Katz of Super K Productions, who invited him to New York to write Formula bubblegum songs. In December of 1969, Graham convinced Kasanetz and Katz that the series of songs he was writing could all be better performed and produced by him and three friends, Kevin Godley, Lol Cream, and Eric Stewart, at a fraction of the price of hiring outside session musicians. He proposed that the quartet work at Strawberry Studios in Stockport, in which he and Eric were financial partners. A little later, in 1972, Graham's manager, Harvey Lisberg, met Neil Sedaka, whose career was in decline, and Lisberg suggested he work with the guys at Strawberry. The result was Sedaka's hit comeback album, Solitaire, with top 30 singles in the UK and US, produced by Graham, with Stewart, Godley and Cream. As the four worked together more, they began writing songs for themselves. Graham and Eric wrote a song called Waterfall, and Godley and Cream wrote Donna. Graham remembers, as we were recording it, we sensed that we were doing something really special. Really, all these things came together by chance. We didn't even have a name for the band and weren't bent on world domination or anything, but Donna made us sit up and notice ourselves that we actually had something really special here. And so 10cc was born, with Donna reaching number 2 in the UK charts in 1972. Right from the start, it was obvious they weren't like other groups. All four could sing, were adept in the recording studio, and were seasoned musicians, more interested in pleasing themselves than writing to a formula. 10cc enjoyed numerous top 10 hits, including 3 number ones, Rubber Bullets, I'm Not in Love, and Dreadlock Holiday. And they ruled the pop world at a time, the 1970s, when the charts were dominated by some of the most creative and colourful artists in pop history. They worked not on image or celebrity status, but on the art of making highly sophisticated rock masterworks into simple-sounding pop hits. The band's main influences were the Beatles and the Beach Boys. And then there was all the other stuff. For Graham, it was people like Burt Bacharach and Hal David, Jimmy Webb, Eddie Cochran, Buddy Holly, and the Everly Brothers. Eric was more rock and roll and blues and R&B, while Kevin and Lol were more artistic and avant-garde. It was the combination of 4 musicians and their eclectic influences that made 10cc, not only in the songwriting, but in the production values as well. The result was some of the greatest pop records of the 20th century. Graham recalls, because we existed in our own world, we didn't need anyone to tell us how good we were. We listened to the records and thought, this is everything we want it to be and more. 10cc has sold more than 15 million albums in the UK and more than 30 million albums worldwide. And Graham, with Godley and Cream, won 2 Ivor Novello Awards for the 1973 hit single Rubber Bullets. Graham's status as one of the world's leading songwriters was acknowledged in 2014 with his induction into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Graham puts 10cc's longevity down to the quality and individuality of the band's songs. The fact that the songs are being played as often on the radio today as they ever were shows how true that is. They are one of the very few acts to have achieved commercial, critical, and creative success in equal measure. Over the last 20 years, Graham has continued to reinvent 10cc, touring the world, breaking new ground, and re-releasing their music to new audiences. And now touring with his Heart Full of Songs project, he presents intimate acoustic versions of his extensive and impressive back catalogue. We were fortunate enough to witness this here live at the RNCM last month, and we are fortunate to have him here today to receive his honorary fellowship. President, it is my great pleasure to present Graham Goldman for Honorary Fellowship of the Royal Northern College of Music, honoris causa.
President, on behalf of the College, I now invite the presentation of a person who has rendered distinguished service and deemed worthy to be admitted as an honorary member of this College.
Mr. President, I have the honour to present John Summers for admission to membership of the Royal Northern College of Music. In the last 2 years, we've seen artists and organisations faced, more than ever, with the question of what it means to relate to your community, to your region, to your city, to place, to people. These questions have been fundamental to the career of John Summers and to the contribution he's made to musical life in this country. Soon after graduating in 1975, John began what would become a 20-year relationship with the Northern Symphonia, now the Royal Northern Symphonia, first as a cellist and then doing everything from driving the van to glamorous locations across the Northeast, that's right, booking players, managing concerts, and then finally serving as chief executive from 1992 to 1999. I think John saw all of these roles in the same way, as a way of connecting music with people, meeting them where they are. The culmination of this was the work he did on the plans and bid for what was to become Sage Gateshead, a world-class centre for music for the Northeast, the like of which our capital city can only dream. At the Halle, where John was chief executive from 1999 until his retirement last year, John continued this dedication to place and public. The success of any orchestra is built on the trust that audiences place in it. The Halle, under John's management and Sir Mark Elder's music directorship, always cherished this trust, bringing music making of extraordinary quality to audiences across the north of England, as well as regular acclaimed performances in London and internationally. They established their own record label to release a series of landmark recordings of the symphonic and operatic repertoire. Finally, in Halle St. Peter's, they established a home for the orchestra, its ensembles, and its education and community activities deeply rooted in Manchester's heritage. Music, people, and place as one. I'll finish with a few words about John's contribution to the RNCM, where he served as governor. He is an exemplar of what it means to be a critical friend to an organisation, and I mean that as the highest praise. Deeply committed to its missions and values, ready to give his time, energy, and insight to further its success, but never afraid to deliver a dose of realism and raise tough questions. We are deeply grateful for the friendship that John has shown, and it is with great pleasure that we award him today with honorary membership of the College. President, I am delighted to present John Summers for membership of the Royal Northern College of Music, honoris causa.
On behalf of this year's new Fellows and Honorary Members, I would like to thank the RNCM for honouring us with these awards. The College has a long and proud history of nurturing some of the UK's most respected and influential musicians and administrators, as evidenced by the list of those who've joined us and who've been honours in the past. And it's a humbling yet joyful experience for us to be held in such esteem. My own role with the Halle, as chair of the Greater Manchester Music Hub, trustee of the college, and as the proud dad of a student, has led to me knowing personally many of the staff and students who have benefited from the world-class training and performance opportunities that this college provides. We should be grateful that here in Manchester, we have a conservatoire with international status and ambition, which keeps the city at the forefront of musical life as the world emerges from the dark shadow of the pandemic. We're delighted that awards you have conferred us today will mark a closer relationship with the college, and we all look forward to expressing this in closer links in our future success. Thank you.
President, on behalf of the Royal Northern College of Music, it's my great pleasure to present for the award of Bachelor of Music with Honours, Joshua Allen. Victoria Armalotti. Thomas Ashdown. Matthew Baldwin. Jacob Barnes. Ophelia Appleby. Sophie Bell. Thomas Birkbeck. Andrew Burse. Jay Carroll. Yi Kui Chan. Thomas Christie. Elena Clapperton. Rebecca Corbett. Isabel Churchin. Wits de Swart. Celia Denore Lopez. Sarah Dover. Harry Graham. Susanna Griffin. Vanessa Guinardi. Suting Han. Alicia Hanshaw. Avra Haraka. Elliot Harris. Catherine Hart. Jonathan Hill. Thomas Hillary. James Holt. Ellis Howarth. Anthony Jones. Emir Jones. Daisy Kirk. Samuel Knock. William Kyle. Mark Layton. Rungyang Lo. Nathaniel Martin. Helen Mathison. Jerome McGuinness. Eleanor McKenna. Rhiannon Merrifield. Sam Noden. Pablo Orts Torner. Bethan Plant. Laurie Probert. Phoebe Rayner. Rachel Routledge. James Seabrook. Samuel Snowden. Rosie Spinks. Fruzina Souks. Keisha Taylor. Joshua Todo Sishuk. Michael Tucker. Joshua Urban. Zara Wardrop. Ellie Watson. Bonita Wheatley Holmes. Elizabeth Willett. Miranda Woodward. Molly Rafter. Yui Zhu. And President, it is with great personal and professional pride and my honour to present on behalf of the Royal Northern College of Music for the award of Bachelor of Music in Popular Music, Nicole Batik. August Bielskaiti. Jodie Buckland. Sam Kappa. Noah Chapman. James Cook. Lucy Deakin. Finn Dobson. Tawonga Dazawo. Seb Etherington. Neve Evans. Fraser Grant. Sandy Hardire. George Hewitt. Andrew Jones. Kuba Kalos. Joe Keegan. Tom Knight. Aurelia Marulas. Kim McKenzie. Kieran Murphy. Ruth Owens. Phoebe Rowe. Stan Scott. Dave Smith. Joe Stott. Joe, hold on there. Alexander Street. Dan Taylor. Liv Thompson. And Lewis Wheeler. And President for the award of the Graduate of the Royal Northern College of Music, I present Jasmine Alpress. Daniel Tarrant. And finally, President for the award of Bachelor of Music, I present Lauren Collings. And Stephen Owen. President, that concludes the undergraduate awards. Those graduating in absentia are listed in the programme.
Hello everyone and happy graduation day. I'm so sorry to not be there with you in person. But after nearly 2 years of anticipation for this speech, I wasn't going to let COVID stop me. So please forgive me for reading this from my tiny London bedroom rather than the concert hall stage. Here we are, the long overdue class of 2020. Where do I begin? Usually the SU president will sneakily pinch some inspiration for their speeches from their predecessors. But unfortunately for me, Kathy and Alice are both sat in this room and will probably get me done for plagiarism. So I'll do my best to confirm that this is all my own original work. It feels so strange that our graduation day has finally arrived after all this time. And I can't help but say those obvious 3 words that always crop up in graduation speeches. We made it. But this time, these words mean so much more. We didn't only make it through our studies. We made it through a year outside of our degrees in an actual pandemic. A pandemic that is still going on and providing new challenges every day. It's common in these speeches to talk about the excitement and mystery of where we will be this time next year, or in 5 years, or in 10, and whilst I am going to look forward to those things, first, I think we should look back. We are in a unique position to already be able to reflect on our first year after receiving our well-earned certificates in the post, and I couldn't be more inspired. I have watched as you have all taken the next step forward, regardless of the uncontrollable force that is making us feel like we're all wearing shoes made of concrete. Whether your step was putting on regular live stream concerts from your living room, or perhaps starting up your own radio show from a caravan you were isolated in. Maybe you started to work in a studio producing music with vulnerable kids, or you took to the streets with your violin to raise money for UK-based arts charities. You found a way to keep sharing your love and appreciation for music with others. in a time where it would have been so understandable to do otherwise. In this time, I have also been in awe of those of you who have followed your hearts into other areas, securing a place on a highly competitive grad scheme, pursuing your interests in therapy, or following a recently found love in interior design, or even packing your bags and heading off to Wales for a year and not missing a single gig upon your return. Each of you have shown that following your gut leads to great things, however scary the decision-making process may be. And for the rest of us, who are still out there wandering about, trying to find our feet, the path will always be easier to walk with our friends by our sides. As the legendary Troy Bolton once said, we're all in this together. Our time at the RNCM was made by those we met along the way, with each person having more of an impact than they could ever know. To our closest friends, who gave moral support as we sat up until 3 AM on deadline day, regretting our life choices. To our tutors, who not only helped us get better at our instruments, but provided some much needed counselling and perspective when we were having a meltdown about something that was probably the smallest thing in the world. A melodic minor scales in fourths, I'm looking at you. To Audrey, for making sure that we ate our 5 a day as she served us at the counter. And Jose, for knowing the perfect drink to have ready for us when we needed to blow off some steam. Also to John, who without fail would always say hello, even if we were in a rush to a rehearsal we were running late for. To those around us who we never actually had the chance to get to know properly, but who inspired us anyway through the way they held themselves, their sense of fashion, or how they had the ability to hold a room in the palm of their hands. Maybe we were just people who would find ourselves sat together outside open practice rooms, but your discipline in coming back every day and practicing was what empowered me to do the same. Everyone here provided us with inspiration and motivation every single day. With the hope of this not coming across as some kind of Grammy acceptance speech, I'd like to say a few thank yous, both of my own and on behalf of everyone here. Firstly, thank you to the SU teams past and present, especially those that cracked out the additional pandemic support and entertainment to help keep us all connected during the difficult months. A special thank you to Kathy and Alice for not only being absolute legends and championing our student voice, but for being my agony aunts during my time as SU president and encouraging me as I followed in their footsteps. Thank you also to our kind and understanding registry team, who undoubtedly saw every single student here at the peak of their stress as we picked up exam results or sent a panicked email at 1:27 PM when Moodle wouldn't accept our video assignment upload. In particular, thank you to Stuart Sefton for always knowing exactly what to say and how to make things better when the stress was running high. And also thank you for fixing up this video for me within minutes of me email about missing the ceremony we'd waited so long for. Thank you to our course leaders, to the librarians, sound and video, performance and programming, orchestras and ensembles, and to Andrew Bailey, whose start of the year absence request demonstration speech is somehow imprinted in my memory and I have no idea why. Thank you to the operations team, porters and cleaners. As students, we didn't have many opportunities to get to know each other, but your work was what made us able to come in every day and learn in a safe, organised environment and truly make the most out of our time at the RNCM. Thank you to the Board of Governors and the Executive Committee and Linda, who not only made every decision by putting the students first, but introduced me to the life-saving teleprompter app, which I'm reading this speech off today. Thanks, Linda. In hindsight, it probably would have been faster to say, thanks everyone, and go back to my seat. but I've started now and there are a couple more acknowledgements that need to be made. Thank you to our family and friends who have supported us since day one on our journey of loving music. Your presence and listening ear as we were surfing the highs and lows of our work is what kept us afloat. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you finally to the class of 2020 for being the best cohort in the world, a cohort that I was so lucky to be a part of. The Cara that stands virtually in front of you today is so different to the one who stood here 6 years ago on my audition day. And that is down to everyone here who allowed me to be myself unapologetically. Together, we helped each other find our own voices. We turned up to every gig and provided the ice cream and pizza when things weren't going to plan. And those are the memories that will stick around with us for the longest. As you all raise your glasses of champagne tonight, I challenge you to remember as many of those things as you can. The big things, the small things, the things in between. Take time to share those memories together and get ready to create new ones, because who knows where we will be this time next year, or in 5 years, or in 10. Thank you to the RNCM for giving us an education and friendships that will last a lifetime. I hope you all go on to have the most wonderful evening, full of long-anticipated reunions, laughter and celebration. If anyone deserves it, it's the class of 2020.
That was wonderfully heartwarming to hear that. Thank you. It's indeed a morning of celebration for so many people. It's my great honour to be your president, and it's my great pleasure to be here to see you receive your awards today, the result of years of dedication, great achievement. I've missed this place for the last couple of years, actually. I haven't had a haircut since this thing started. I think the last time I was here was 2 years ago, and it's been a very long 2 years. It's great to be back. It's great to feel the vibrancy of this place, the liveliness, the creativity of this place. Which is always very impressive. The only slight tinge of regret is that Nick is departing, but you will stay in touch. This event, of course, reminds me of my own student days, which are some time ago, back in the 60s actually, the late 60s I have to say. I was a student for 4 years down the road at the Royal Manchester College of Music, at a time when this building was being planned, I think. I think this building opened perhaps 71 or something, and I left college down there in 1970. I learned a vast amount there. You know, I went in there as a young chap with a strong voice. I come from a little town 20 miles north of here. Lots of music in the family, lots of amateur music making in the town in those days. That's where my voice came from. But my goodness, I needed all that work at college, not just vocally, although that's the main thing, of course, for an opera singer, but also dramatically, linguistically, academically, musically, the musicianship I was sorely in need of. It was a wonderfully formative time, and you know, I came out as a sort of potential opera singer, and I've been fortunate. You know, that's 50 years ago, and I think yes, and I've trod many boards on many stages since then, from the Vienna State Opera to the Stenning Village Community Centre, from the Metropolitan Opera, New York, to the Oswald Twistle Town Hall. But of course you never forget those early years which were so important. Music, it's a wonderful unifying influence in the world. Music makes us get up and dance. It makes us weep without us knowing quite why we're weeping. It expresses everything about what it is to live as a human being on this planet. One says the word planet these days, and it reminds us of all the challenges that we have, which affect us all coming up in the future. There's too much divisiveness, there's too much division and confrontation. We need to work together, as I think Linda said very early on in these proceedings. I know music cannot solve the world's problems, but it can help. We all in this room, in some capacity, are servants. Most of us are servants of music in some way. And we all on this platform wish all of you well. May you prosper. May you bring joy and inspiration to others in your future service to music. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of you once again in these extraordinary times. Your achievements are indeed extraordinary. Because of these extraordinary times, we would normally sing the national anthem together. And I would be able to say once more that I'd sung on stage with John Tomlinson. But I can't do that. Instead, I would ask you to stand, and Samuel Snowden will sing the national anthem for us.